So more about methamphetamine and cheating. So I want to read this comment to you guys. But first of all, what's up? My name's Nicole. I'm a person in long-term recovery. I love talking about drugs, addiction, recovery, and so much more. I'm sharing my health journey. I'm doing all kinds of things over here on this account. So follow me if you're not already. But let's read this comment. It says, behaviors were back. My self-esteem is completely shattered. Allowing someone to behave like that and enabling the behavior by constantly giving him another chance. So what Lane is referring to was his significant other cheated on him and brought home STIs and continued to cheat on him, and then Lane would give him another chance. His partner ended up contracting HIV. And this is like a big problem in, especially in the LGBTIQ plus community, because LGBTQI plus community. Sorry, my husband's helping me with the alphabets because I left one out. But people, they call it chemsex in that community, is where I've heard that term used, chemsex, and it's just sex that is enhanced by chemicals, cocaine, methamphetamine, ecstasy, MDMA, whatever, right? When you are in a relationship with somebody else and you don't use substances and they do, and they are being dishonest with you, or they're cheating on you, then I know what it's like to be in that kind of relationship, because I was in a relationship with a guy who was physically abusive and cheated on me. And I'm going to tell you guys a story. It's so embarrassing. So please bear in mind that this is fucking embarrassing to talk about. So we had been together for like maybe a year and a half, and I was working a full-time job. I was working like 2 full-time jobs, and I was at my job, my second job at night, and I didn't get off until like 11 o'clock at night. So he was like out at a party with the whole trailer park. So you need to understand that like the trailer park we lived in, it was all tweakers. So we all got high and did drugs together and partied together. So he was partying with the tweaker trailer park neighborhood. Well, one of the girls that lived in the trailer park, or at least down the street from the trailer park, she was like making her rounds, sleeping with all the different guys from the trailer park. And my husband was with all those guys, hanging out with them. Not my husband, but my boyfriend at the time. Sorry. I'm so used to saying my husband. I'm so used to saying my husband, my boyfriend at the time, which would never be my husband. I would never have married that fool. Ever. Okay? But, sorry, Neil. But my boyfriend at the time was with all those guys. So he ended up hooking up with this nasty skank. When I tell you guys, he came home that night, he had sex with me. Then one day passed, and I started feeling itching and burning and itching. And I knew, it had been 24 hours. I knew right away. I was like, he cheated on me. He had sex with somebody else. So I called my family doctor. I was like, I need an emergency appointment with whoever you got available. And so I came in that same day. I went in there, sure enough, the doctor did a little swab or whatever, and it came back for gonorrhea, trichomonas, and chlamydia. 3 different STDs. And I remember I went back home, and I was crying my eyes out, dude. I had always been the cheater. I had never been cheated on before. And I was like, dude, you fucking gave me 3 STDs, and you think... I was pissed, but I gave him another chance. So when I saw your comment, this is why I'm commenting on this whole thing and telling you my embarrassing experience, because you shared on my video your experience, and I know how hard it is to share that and be open and share what your partner did, and that he contracted diseases, and that he risked your life in doing that. You know, I've been there as well. So that's why I'm telling you my story as well. But meth was involved. The guy I was dating was partying, doing meth. So was I, but I was at work tweaking, and he was at home tweaking, and I wasn't around, you know. And so, you know, after me and him broke up, it was a horrible breakup. He was very abusive. It was a God thing that we broke up, thank God. because after we broke up, I stayed single for 6 years, and then I met my husband. And me and my husband, we would do drugs all the time together. And so we never like wanted to go and cheat on each other or go with other people, because we were always with each other, you know? And honestly, like even at the beginning of our relationship, we were never apart really long enough to give each other a chance to cheat on each other. But anyways, that's my story. I hope that helps, and I hope me sharing that story with you makes you feel less alone.